Minnesota Footwork. DJ Tyson, Minnesota Footwork. So yeah, man. Thanks for having me out again. For a good, documentary series. But yeah, we was doing good, man. Pushing the movement forward. Minnesota Footwork. We doing a great job pushing the movement forward. It was, it's been a long time coming.
Can I, baby? Can I, baby?
A lot of things had transpired over the years throughout the 90s, all the way up to now, 2018. So 2018 was a big year, especially for the Minnesota Footwork Coalition, the Minnesota Footwork movement, period. So it was all good. Last year we had the first annual Minnesota Juke reunion, and we just kept it, we rolled it over to this year, 2018.
Once again, we'd like to thank everybody for coming out to the Minnesota Coalition Footwork reunion, second reunion. DJ G-Lo, DJ Tyson, I'm T.Y., one of the legends. So, we're gonna have fun.
So man, it's been great, and the one this year, it was bigger, it's bigger and better. A lot more legends was at the one last year, but this year that the community, they came out and supported, like the community and just people that's a part of the dance movement, period. Not even just footworkers, a lot of dancers, like, we got the footage, and you could even see, like, it was like 3-4 teams there, including my team, footwork groups. Revelation was in the building. Was, like always, even when I, was asking people to come, and I asked a lot of young people, and they showed up. They like, man, we want to be a part of it. One of my homegirls, she run a business or whatever, and she was like, I just want to come and support. And they really dig what we do, They dig what we do for the community and how we still got it rolling. I'm grateful to be a part of it, and I'm grateful to be one of the people that's, ahead of this thing, keep pushing it forward, But yeah, man, it's just been a great year. We still working. It's 2018, we still working. It's great, man. Shout out to all the teams that always come mess with us anytime we do like a Minnesota Juke reunion. So, man, it's just all good, man. We just, we have a lot of help with the event. So we come and we bring food, like, food, refreshments and stuff like that. And, all this stuff is, is cost effective, but, we still, we still spending money. We spending money out of our pockets to do it, just so the events, can be good and they could be like some nice quality events. We have some nice venues. We put a lot of thought into it. The music be good because I usually provide the thunder, when it comes down to man, I'm finna get into myself, but finna toot my own horn. But when it comes down to the Minnesota Footwork dance movement, I have the best sound system. Well, I probably got the only one, but I got the best sound system, in the Minnesota Footwork movement. Probably, and not even that, but probably just from from Minnesota to Chicago, I probably got one of the best sound systems there is, yeah. So, when it comes down to the great music, we be having some nice music because I provide the sound, and that's cool. And I don't thank nobody but God for that, because, every time when I was little and I dreamed about, just being a part of a movement like this, I dreamed of, man, we gotta have some great music. What you gonna do at an event, that's about dancing if you ain't got no good sound system, you ain't got no good music, you can't do nothing. It's not official. So, it'd be cool because I provide the sound. My boy DJ G-Lo came through, you know what I'm saying? He put it down on the ones and twos. It's always an honor to have people like DJ G-Lo come through, because I always hear stories about G-Lo. Like, they say G-Lo and Jimmy and them through house parties after Juneteenth in the 90s. And they had like the whole Juneteenth at the crib, so to have a person that come through that been a part of Minnesota Footwork history to the point to where they had the whole Juneteenth at a party afterwards. It's crazy, man. They say they had to turn the fans in the windows to the outside because, the police wouldn't come spray Mason there and, the Mason go back in their face, because the party was so packed. So, man, shout out to G-Lo, for him to be a part of Minnesota Footwork history, that was cool, man. They say Jimmy and them threw them parties, house parties in the 90s, and it's a part of Minnesota Footwork history. I don't think people know how important that is, and, I think I'm the staple of that, so far as representing history, Minnesota Footwork history, so far as things like that with G-Lo, like, that's cool, to have him come out, get on the ones and twos and, play some great music at the Minnesota Juke reunion. This is the second annual, so yeah. We had a nice poster, when they made a poster of the flyer, it was like 6 feet. So that was cool, just to have little things like that, at the reunions, man, that we could document this and say like, okay, in 2018 we did this, to show love to the people that came before us. So yeah, like I say, a lot goes into these events, so that's all good. We had to do a lot, leading up to the point of, where we doing reunions and stuff like that, or picnics or anything. We have to, gather money together. We spending a lot of money on this stuff, We putting a lot of work into these events because it's important that we come and we keep it alive and represent the people that came before us, and even represent people like me, myself, and the new schoolers too. Juke reunions represent them, you know, us, and the people that came before us. You know, it's about representing and celebrating Minnesota footwork culture, period. Because we have it. You know, this video is an example right now, as you see me talking on here. It is an example of how powerful our movement is, and what we have is here. It's not gonna stop. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's here to stay. I stand behind it 100%, man. But yeah. Shout out to everybody in the Minnesota Footwork movement, man.
Tell me who the f you wanna be.
Can I?